All right, so beautiful Monday afternoon. Here we are, Thomas here, OLYMP TRADE. I'm an analyst and a trader with OLYMP TRADE, been trading for 10 plus years, and today I got a little surprised, or was I really surprised? No, I wasn't really surprised, because as you can see in the past few weeks, right? So let's have a quick look. So 2 weeks, 2 red weeks, and then basically today is this first day of a new week, and we are already down more than 3% on Bitcoin and other crypto assets. So crypto winter is here, and it's very interesting to compare Bitcoin, where we are in the third consecutive red week, whereas with Ethereum it is the fifth red week. And well, frankly speaking, I don't really know where we are headed, because potentially uh, we can see a pretty big drop. Now, let me just turn on something on my broadcast. I need to just simply change one feature. All right. Now everything is back to norm. I think that now everything should be visible and I should be audible. So please do check that. Right, and so my dear friends, for those who are just joining, I would like to wish you wonderful. I would like to greet you wonderful Monday afternoon, the 24th of June. We are trading, we are analyzing markets, and as I said, we have a lot of interesting activities. We have many interesting activities going on in the world and on the markets. And this week's calendar is relatively empty, except for maybe Thursday, where we have GDP data coming out from the United States, which is definitely the news of this week. And so something that I started to talk about is our crypto, the coming crypto winter. Basically, yes, because as you can see, the winter is here, and with Bitcoin, we are in the third consecutive week of decline in prices, and so today, or I think it's it would be more right to say that last afternoon. So Bitcoin dropped, so it couldn't really hold on to its gains, and towards the evening we had this piercing red candlestick that pierced below this pretty big accumulation range, and then basically, when I woke up this morning, I saw Bitcoin trading at below 63,000. Now it's trading at 61,000, because in 1 hour it lost almost $2,500 of its value. So it dropped for about dropped like 3+ % in 1 hour, and basically, it was triggered by. So this sell-off continues, and many stop-loss orders got triggered by this event. And well, basically, yes, what is unfolding in front of our eyes with Bitcoin? So Bitcoin and Ethereum drama. Oh yeah, we can conveniently move these tabs. All you need to do is just simply click and then drag and drop, right? The typical thing that you do in computers. And we are down towards 61K, which acted as a pretty strong support level. And as you can see, the price couldn't fall below 60,000 for a significant period of time, except this small breakdown. But it didn't last long, and pretty fast. How long we stayed there? We stayed there for about 2 days. So 2 days, the price was the Bitcoin was trading below 60K, and then eventually we jumped up, and so went all the way back to 72K. Then there was this first attempt to break above this level, which was of course had really small chances of doing so. And then I was very optimistic here on the very positive non-farm payrolls data. I was really expecting a breakout, to be honest. I mean, even though this level seemed, or even before that, it had seemed as a kind of this level of steel, very unpenetratable. And then, nonetheless, I thought that yes, we just need to push a little bit higher, and then so many stop loss orders, so buy stop orders would have been activated, and price would have easily jumped towards 80K and maybe even higher. Now we are trading at 61K, but maybe for some people this is going to be an opportunity to actually join the world of crypto by entering at 61K and then hoping to later move on towards 72K, then 80K, 100K. But once again, the closer we were getting towards 72,000, the more optimistic assets many analytic agencies were posting, and that gives me a hint that once again, whenever prices move towards, or prices nearing very strong levels, like support level or resistance levels, usually analytics houses, analytics companies, investment banks, they all start screaming out loud, yeah, Bitcoin is moving towards 500,000 to $1 million per coin, etc. And then usually this is followed by reversal. But at the same time, I mean, to be honest, to be frank, many people were also saying that yes, it's a hype. It would not be able to break above 72,000, and so far they have been right, because Bitcoin dropped, so it lost, say, almost 10,000, 10 plus K from its peaks here, 72K. And what was next? The new sanctions against the Russian Federation that were implemented this morning. They also affected the crypto market a little bit, or they affected some Russian crypto services, and that also led to more pressure towards the cryptos. And basically, yeah, that's why we are here. Right. I have no idea right now. Are these current levels going to hold, or we are going to see finally the so much awaited drop towards 50K? I have no idea whether that is going to happen, but in the near future we might see something interesting. And as of now, yeah, this downtrend is only accelerating and we can see a nice drop, and well, who knows what happens next. Very obvious range here. So how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5, 6. So many times we touched on these levels, and it's probably one of the strongest pictures that I can see. And if you look at Bitcoin previously, well, the technical picture was quite different. Yes, there were corridors or ranges or price ranges, but they didn't really last so long. And well, who knows how much something that is not really a company, something that does not produce anything or sell anything, how much should this asset cost? Now, just one chart here. So this chart here is basically reflects top assets in the world by market capitalization, and we can see on the first spot right now, as of today, we have gold so its approximate value or approximate market capitalization all over the world, because we don't know exactly how much gold is stored in central banks or in households, etc. But we can have we have certain estimate, and so the total supply of gold multiplied by its price equals to 15.7 trillion US dollars. Next, we have Microsoft, which is the world's most expensive company. Just last week, Nvidia was number one for a short period of time, for just a few days. Now, Nvidia is dropping. And at the same time, because of this hype, I think, well, frankly speaking, Nvidia seems to be a really overbought asset. I mean, it's just amazing how much this company costs. It's like, oh, I'm sorry about this. We have this. All right, so it's kind of hard to tell here, but yeah, basically prices went from like the company went up by 5 times, I think, since last June. Last June it was trading at around. So last June Nvidia was, yeah, last June was 25. Yeah, like $25, $30. Yeah, so went up 4 times. Pretty amazing. Yeah, that's like really amazing. This such an expensive company, and then it just makes like 5x of its value in 1 year. Amazing. Next, we have so basically, yeah, the top 7, which are Microsoft, Apple, Nvidia, Alphabet, Amazon, Facebook, and am I missing something? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Netflix. No, Netflix is not as expensive, and so Tesla. But right now Tesla is only on place 16. Now, Bitcoin here is trading at $61,000 per Bitcoin with a market capitalization of 1.2 trillion, which is just 1/3 of Nvidia's capitalization. And frankly speaking, I mean, given its overall inflation, given our overall inflation in the world, well, Bitcoin could easily accumulate another few hundred billion or a couple $trillion of market capitalization. It can absorb it, and if that's the case, then we can see Bitcoin trading at, well, 100,000 would not be a surprise. Frankly speaking, I think it has a lot of potential to actually go there, to get there within still 1-2 years, because, well, we are all digitalizing at an ever accelerated pace, and the more users start to invest in Bitcoin and other digital assets, obviously the more demand for these cryptocurrencies we have, and obviously the law of supply and demand result in Bitcoin going up in price, given considering the fact that there will be more buyers, but at the same time, of course, Bitcoin has a finite number of coins circulating, and that creates a little bit of a problem. And Ethereum, yes, so Ethereum is right here, $400 billion. So it seems that actually Ethereum can definitely increase in price, more or less. Has definitely more upside potential, in my opinion, and it can actually outpace Bitcoin should another wave of growth take place. And yes, right now Bitcoin costs 3 times as much as Ethereum does, and potentially we can see both of them jumping up, but who knows. Now, Facebook is also a very interesting company, obviously. Right, and where are we at right now? So yes, $500, a very important price level again, once again. So we can see The company also went up in price almost 5 times in 2.5 years, I think. No, 1.5 years. Yeah, it's quicker, faster. And right now, yes, the company, as we can see, it seems like a almost vertical chart with no any significant major pullbacks. So who knows what can happen? What can happen next with this company? But as of now, everything seems very, very bullish to me. But obviously, we can see a drop, a correction, because if we look at the markets, we are trading at almost all-time highs. Well, absolute all-time highs. Last week, the all-time high was here, just slightly above 20,000 with the Nasdaq index, and right now we dropped by 400 points, which is a nice correction, but it's currently we are trading kind of hanging in the middle of nowhere. No support levels, no nothing. Uptrend seems to have exhausted itself since late April. We already went up by 3,000 points, which is almost 20%, which is quite high for Nasdaq and for any major index. Like making 20% plus 20% in 2 months, that's a huge rally. Does not happen often, but things are as they are, and but at the same time, yeah, as I said, some form of a correction is likely to take place, so why not? Right. Any questions in chat? So many people saying deposit and withdrawal issue since 11 June. Yes, there was a big, relatively big, I'll call it a relatively big issue with deposits and withdrawals that took place with the UPI payment system, and that took place on around June 11. And unfortunately, that event has affected many traders. And we are still resolving some issues because not everyone has provided their information just yet, but almost all of them, like 99, because I also check these lost deposits as well in certain cases, and I can assure you that 90% of these failed deposits have already been retrieved. So another question. Yes, so dear traders, please, if you have any questions related to deposits, withdrawals, please address them to customer support, because they are there for you and they can help you with retrieve those lost or failed deposits, and they will be happy to do so. Now, what else is on your mind, right? Mr. Nahum says, hi, right, the next question is this, or the next comment: I lost all my yesterday in Plotex and I'm still crying. Well, trading can be cruel. Obviously, it's not a win-win game, to be honest, because if you lose money, then some trader wins this money, and vice versa. If you win money, then it means that you take someone else's money. In trading, there might be some exceptions to this rule. Obviously, when everything is, for example, say uptrending, like for example, when Bitcoin was going from 61k to 72k, no matter where you buy, you would find at almost any moment of time, everyone would find themselves in profits. But of course, this doesn't last forever, and at some point of time, you need to start the so-called process of taking profit, and you need to take those profits. And basically, to put it simple, yes, the next question which I can see in the chat is goes like this: money management tell. So I guess you imply that you would like to hear a little bit more about money management. So money management is well, I can't really explain everything in just a few sentences. You need to actually spend a few hours, talking about this topic. But well, rule number one of money management: never invest more than 2% of your deposit, of your total amount deposit, in one trade or in one asset. So obviously on Forex we have a little different mechanism of calculating risks, right? So we can have, so if, for example, I have this much money in my account, it's 131,000, then I shouldn't invest more than, say, 1,000. Let me just right it is. I'll just reload the platform, and yeah, do not invest more than, say, 2%, which is, in my case, that would be 2,600, and that's probably all you wanna invest in one trade. Do not invest more. And very basic rule, the second rule is never invest more than you can afford losing. And to explain this in simple words, in simple English, it means that never invest the money that you cannot afford losing, or basically your, say, credit money, that if you take a loan for trading, that is a very difficult, a very stressful thing to do, because not only trading itself is stressful, but also you will constantly be affected and reminded by every trade that if you don't make money with one trade, then you would feel like even more frustration, because you know that not you aren't just losing money with trades, like, say, your money, but you're also losing the money that you took as a loan, and then you also one day gonna have to pay it back. So obviously that's rule number two. Like, do not borrow money for trading, because otherwise you might end up in a very difficult situation. Of course, there are exceptions to this rule, and I've met some people who actually at some point of time they've taken a loan, they invested into something, but usually it means that they didn't start day trading, but instead they invested into something that was growing. For example, Bitcoin was growing, and they took a loan, and then Bitcoin was increasing in price 2017, and basically they they became billionaires. But such cases, they are usually exceptions to the rule, because most people they just borrow money, and then they start day trading, which is almost guaranteed way to losing money, because it creates more stress. So why do I keep mentioning stress so much in my conversations? Well, because stress is something that really affects your trading and your trading abilities and your ability to analyze markets in a relaxed manner, in a calm, relaxed manner. Because if you are trading with borrowed money, then especially with borrowed money, then your stress level goes through the roof. And the problem is that if you want to be successful in trading, you should be focused on making correct trades according to your trading strategy, and not thinking about things like what am I going to eat if I lose this current deposit. So there is this old saying: the slower you go, the further you get. And this is absolutely true for trading. Like, if you cannot afford, if you do not have money for a big deposit, then don't invest big amounts of money in trading. Start with something small. Like, no one really pushes you for big trades, big deposits from the get-go. You can start with small amounts, and then once you see progress with that, you can start obviously considering taking a loan, maybe even taking a loan, and investing into something. But first, I mean, I've said this thing many times before, that having a lot of money in your deposit does not make you a successful trader. It only makes you a trader with a lot of money on your deposit. But being a successful trader and profitable trader with a small deposit means that if you start adding a little bit more money into your portfolio, then eventually you can become a profitable trader, and you can grow your capital bigger. You just need to add more money. But having a lot of money in your deposit does not automatically make you a successful trader. It just makes you a trader with a lot of money in your deposit. That is it. That is a very simple correlation. Right. The question is this. The next question is this. Does it will be helpful if we take AI assistance in Forex or binary trading? Well, right now we are living through the AI boom, and I mean, NVIDIA is a very telltale example of what's basically happening right now. So all this growth, which we are observing with NVIDIA stock, is basically due to the fact that more and more AI tools pop up in the world every day. And well, to be honest, shall we follow the AI advice? Well, it depends, because AI usually follows the same algorithms as people do, but in a more formalized way, in an emotionless way, so that these AI tools, they don't really rely on their emotions in their decision-making process. They analyze information, and based on that information input, they generate. So these systems generate certain signals, and then basically you can either follow those signals, or it's kind of this take it or leave it situation. So you can follow it or you can skip it and just trade on your own. So I cannot say that AI systems are good or bad. It all depends, and you need to actually analyze those AI systems. But usually it is quite easy, so you can see what kind of signals you get. Oh, by the way, our trading platform, OLYMP TRADE trading platform, actually we also have trading signals for all these assets. So for example, let's move to, I think that's not it, right? I just have this subscription, but we have more, right? Yeah. So it says here, get more, and I think I just need to, I need to buy it in the market. So if I wanna get more, these are the currency pairs. And going back to signals, outcut. So the most recent signal is AUD/CAD down. Oh, that's a live signal actually. So let's move to FTT outcut. Outcut 15 minutes downwards, and outcut 30 minutes downwards. So what about the past signals? Say 1620. So that's how you analyze the efficiency or effectiveness of these signals. All you need to do is you need to go back, you need to scroll back a little bit, like go back in time a little bit, and check how many positive signals a certain AI system generates. Because, well, OLYMP TRADE signals, they're based on certain algorithms, on certain indicators, and you can also call it like AI generated signals, even though we don't really call it, I wouldn't say it's like AI generated, it's more like algorithm generated approach. with certain indicators in the heart of this system, of this signaling system. Do we have it for Bitcoin? Not really, I think. But yeah, and what you need to do is you need to go back in time, see how many of these assets how many signals were successful, and then you make a decision whether your own decision whether to follow these signals or to not follow them. So right, so that will be my answer. It goes like this: trust by check. It's like you can trust, you should. I mean, like I have an open mind. I try to stay positive and open-minded about almost everything in the world, about new ideas, because most of them are cool, innovative ideas, new technologies, etc. But I usually follow this very simple rule: trust by check, right? Trust, but double check. You need to know what you're dealing with. You need to know who your counterpart is, even though it can be your artificial intelligence assistant, but you need to know who you're working with and whose advice you follow. So my suggestion is to trust but check. Sir, please start trading so that we can make some money with you. Well, the goal of my today's webinar is, so we do this kind of talk show every Monday where I talk about markets and I discuss my trading ideas, my view of the markets, etc. But to be honest, I do not make trades because that's not really the main goal of today's webinar. There are so many people on the internet who make live trades, and also at the same time, our analysts, our experienced analysts with really high levels of experience, they conduct webinars they conduct webinars every week. On this particular channel, it's every Wednesday and every Friday, where they trade for about 30 to 40 minutes and they show various trading strategies. And you can copy their signals, but the more important thing is it's not really about copying someone's signals. It's about learning how to trade, because these people, our analysts, they actually show how to analyze markets, how to trade, how to read signals from indicators and other very important various things, also about money management, about risk management, and other important aspects. So in the market, we also have strategies, indicators. What else do we have? Yeah, and there are tons of materials over on the internet. Now, if you want to join my trading sessions, well, I do trading quite rarely these days in my webinars, but sometime in July, I think I will start to do it more often. Well, and another thing is that maybe one final thought that I would like to finish off this webinar with is basically this whole concept that you want to copy someone's signals. In my opinion, that is not really the right approach to trading, because by doing so, yes, you might earn some money during some trading session, but at the same time, what you want to do if you want to become a successful trader in the long run, you need to learn how to analyze charts yourself. You need to learn how to trade on your own, because otherwise you might end up in a situation where you can trade with someone when someone sends out trading signals, and then when you stay one-on-one with the market, then you don't know what to do and you start actually losing money. So you really want to make sure that you never end up in a situation like this. So my advice here would be to actually spend more time for learning, and then once you've learned how to trade, that simply go ahead and start trading on your own. That would be a better way to actually that's a more consistent approach to trading when you actually learn how to trade and not simply rely on some guru or some analyst who shows their trades live. All right, my dear friends, this is going to be it. I would like to wish you a wonderful trading week. Join our trading seminars or webinars on Wednesday and Friday. I wish you a wonderful trading week, nice results, big profits, and I will see you next Monday. See you soon and have a wonderful day and a wonderful trading session today as well. See you soon. Bye-bye.